You gotta want it, bro. You gotta want to be here. You gotta love it. I love it.
What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fuzzy Fitness. So let's start this video with none other than our reigning Miss Olympia, Derek Lunsford. So Hani Rambod gave him a lot of confidence while these guys were in Canada together, where these guys also got some workouts in together. And he said that Derek is right where he needs to be, at about 12 weeks out of the show.
He took a look at me and he's like, yo, we're in a really good spot right now. So that made me confident, made me really happy.
So the most important thing for Derek after winning his first ever Miss Olympia title last year, that was to continue to get bigger. But not just that, keep his proportions the same or get even better than that. Because his X-frame is what makes him the most unique looking guy on the stage, along with his back.
All my proportions have gotten better.
Yeah.
Like, by growing, because sometimes people grow and they like it's not always like a positive look.
Well, we have already seen how the back looks like in 2024, and I have to say that is mind-blowing. But Derek is also super confident that his proportions got even better this year, because he was able to keep a very tight midsection throughout the year, and he grew everywhere else. So as a reigning Miss Olympia, Derek has earned the right to say that he is gonna successfully defend his title in October. At this point, he isn't making any claims that how many he wants to win. It's just 1 year at a time. So Derek seems to be in a great condition for 12 weeks out, because this YouTube video, it was recorded at 12 weeks out mark. So I don't think he's gonna travel anywhere from this point onwards, all the way till this year's Miss Olympia. So I'm expecting to see the best Derek on the stage in October. So people can say whatever they wanna say, but this is the man who was able to beat Hadi Choopan last year, and this is the man to beat here at this show. And the thing is, he isn't playing around. He isn't playing any games. So do let me know what you guys think. Can Derek successfully defend his title? Can he stop a guy like Hadi Choopan? We finally got to see some new pictures of Brandon Kerry and how he looks like in a tank top. Now I have to say his former coach Abdullah, he exaggerated a little too much when he said that Brandon a few weeks ago, he was of the same size as Chris Cormier right now. So no one actually believed that. But at 12 weeks out mark, at 12 weeks out of the Olympia, we expected Brandon to look a little bigger and more rounder, because I think we can all agree that is his strength. So looking at the prime version of Curry, his upper body was so 3D, it was absolutely crazy. But the thing is, he isn't the same Brandon anymore. So he is over 40 years old now. So last year, Brandon was out there at the Oxygen Gym in Kuwait at 17 weeks out mark, because he knew he had to cover some ground. And the young guys are coming in, and they're coming in very fast, and they're improving at such a rapid pace. But this time I have to say he arrived in Kuwait a little too late. So since 2018, Brandon has never placed outside of the top 5. And the head judge Steve Weinberger said that Brandon has been placing high, based on his size and his shape alone. But they have been kinda disappointed with his conditioning show after show, year after year. So I believe this is gonna be a crucial Miss Olympia for Brandon, because at this point, he isn't beating a guy like Samson Dauda or Nick Walker. And with Andrew Jack taking a whole year off, taking a proper off season, he is gonna be another guy, ready to push Brandon outside of the top 5. Plus we have to keep in mind, Hunter Labrala is also bringing a lot of size this time. So Abdullah, who has been the coach of Brandon since 2017, so these guys aren't working together anymore. And that can be another variable. So will a new coach be able to dial him in about 11 weeks time?
So learning how to say no, not overcommitting myself, and honestly just constantly prioritizing what's most important to me. And the reality is it's family, then bodybuilding, then business.
Next up, we have an update from the 5 times Classic Physique champion, going for his 6th consecutive title, Chris Bumstead. So his recent YouTube video where he talks about competitive bodybuilding, that is the one which every up-and-coming bodybuilder should definitely watch. Because this guy is easily the most successful bodybuilder of this decade. So all those guys who are competing at the top level, they all have top-tier genetics. But as per Chris, the mindset and the discipline, especially over longer periods, that is what makes you the best.
I mean, the reality of bodybuilding is it's so simple that it all comes down to your mindset, your ability to handle stress, to maintain discipline and work hard when you don't want to and come in on those shitty days and do all those things properly.
So Chris right now is at a point in his career, in his life, where his family is more important than winning his sixth title. So this statement made at 11 weeks out of the show, that is a solid indication that this might very well be his last Mr. Olympia as a classic physique competitor. And this is why he wants everyone to remember 2024 as the best year for Chris Bumstead. And if he wants to go out, he wants to go out with a bang and on a high note. So he looks super strong and he looks huge right now. And I have to say very lean with 11 more weeks to go. And I think all the dominant champions, they give out one chance to beat them by coming in off, at least at one point in their careers. So I think Ramon and the others, they had that opportunity in 2023 and still they were unable to take him out. So the man is looking way too focused on this year's prep. And if he can duplicate that 2022 look, or maybe come in even better than that, then it is gonna be so damn hard to beat him. I have to say it's gonna be next to impossible. Next up, we have one day out physique update of Behrouz Tabani after getting his final workout in with his coach Milos Sarcev. And damn, he looks too good and Milos' expression says it all. The man is looking hard and dry as nails, and with the amount of money on the line in Dubai, you're ready to witness the best form Behrouz Tabani tomorrow. The insane width of Behrouz when he hits that most muscular shot, that is just ridiculous. And we saw that at Flexpo Italy, where the judges were comparing Nathan Diesha and Behrouz Tabani. Now Nathan had better legs, but Behrouz was just way too big for Nathan up top. So based on the consistency alone, Behrouz can be considered the favorite going into this show. He could have won in Spain as well, and I don't think any one of us would have complained. So by that metric, he can beat both Nathan and William Bonac, and possibly Rubiel Mosquera as well, the mass monster. Now he seems to be the biggest challenge for Rubiel here. So time and time again it has been said that Behrouz will place top 10 at the Olympia level whenever he gets the chance to step on the biggest bodybuilding stage. Some guys even think that he can place in the top 6. Now most of us do not agree with that, but top 10 is definitely very realistic. So it's time for Behrouz to show the bodybuilding world that he is the real deal. And he can also beat a mass monster like Rubiel. Robin Strand has looked so impressive in his first two shows. 4th place in Toronto, 3rd place in Van Pro. But he was unable to place in Chicago, which was a total shocker. But then again, Robin doesn't have the best genetics up there. He doesn't have the best V-taper or the best aesthetics. So even if he is slightly off, it is very easy for the judges to mark him down and place him very low. So Robin is also competing at Dubai Pro this weekend. And the man is looking dry as a bone. And keep in mind, these updates are one day out. Now I'm sure people in his camp know that even the best version of Robin, that won't be able to place top 4 in this kind of lineup. But a top 5 finish here, that is gonna be something to be really proud of. Especially the way Chicago Pro went this past weekend. So Robin has been able to make some impressive size gain from 2023 to 2024. So what is really impressive about Robin is that the kind of conditioning that he brings to the stage. The man can get insanely peeled, especially when he is truly on. So imagine Hassan Mustafa with his size in that sort of conditioning. I think that will be a sight to see. So looking at this one day out update from the former classic physique champion, Breon Ansley, that will definitely make you think, is Breon in trouble? So this is how much the lighting matters when taking these pictures. Making the weight cutoff is always a challenge for a guy like Breon. And even with those new weight regulations, he suffers to make weight. He still loses a lot of muscle. So he must be drinking very little water at this point. Also, he must be on the lowest food possible before making the weight. And this picture was taken about 24 hours before the show. So that is plenty of time for Breon to fill up, to carb up. So Breon has competed at the Olympia level for 8 straight years. And there hasn't been one show, there hasn't been a single time when Breon actually came in off. And even this time we expect him to live up to his track record. Because here in Dubai Pro, there is also a lot of money on the line as well. Because here in Dubai, he will be receiving more prize money than what he gets at the Olympia level. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video. And smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.